Today we are going to tell the story of how we met. Okay, so I got this new friend at school. And what? I'm talking about your sister. Don't even. Okay, eyebrows. And we started hanging out. And it's Kitt's sister. And so I was walking with her one day, and I saw the backside of Kitt. So of course I already liked it.
Booty.
So I saw the backside of Kitt, and she was holding hands with another girl. I was like, I kind of got a little bit like, I don't know. I was just like, oh, they're both gay. That was, I mean, true, but you weren't dating her.
No,
You guys.
That was very far from the truth.
Yeah, okay. So I leave it, and then I meet her. I get introduced to her at lunch, which I was skipping, by the way. Every single time. And I walk up to her, and she just looks like she actually hates me.
I did?
Yes.
Why?
Because you were just, like, not paying attention to me, and you were with Katie, and, yeah.
Well, I thought that you and Jessica had a thing, because my sister would always talk about
yeah, that's true. She thought that I was dating her sister, and I thought that she was dating her best friend. Jessie, her sister, texted me and was like, Kitt really likes your teeth.
I do!
And I was like, I think that that's just, like, a compliment because she doesn't want to give me an actual compliment. Like, she really does not like me at this point. So we meet again, and she's like, Em, say something funny. Kitt walks up, and I did not know what to say, and in all of my fluster of like, oh my god, this girl's so pretty, oh my god, what do? I just kind of said potato, and that's all I said, and then I looked down at the floor, and it was just such a bad moment, and she was like, okay, bye, and just like fast walked away. Alright.
I hadn't come to terms with my gayness yet.
So Jessica gets a girlfriend, her name is Zena at this point, and I start hanging out with Zena. We started hanging out, and I realized that she had a class with Kitt. And so I started skipping and going to that class. And I make her skip. This good girl has never even, like, missed a day of school in her life. And I was like, yeah, come on. And she did. And we proceeded to run around the hallways to, like, the silhouettes that the people had painted there, mocking them.
In my defense, it was PE. Nobody wants to go to PE anyway.
I switched my schedule so that I would have 2 PE classes. 2. I hate PE. I don't move. We started talking, and she told me that she thought that footy pajamas were attractive. And then, I mean, like, my first thought was like, what a fucking weirdo.
No.
But my second thought was, I have, like, 30 pairs of footy pajamas. This works in my favor. So I wore them to school the next day. And we were out in gym, and yeah, she was shaking. It was really great. And she decides, oh, well, I'm just going to get back at her and play with her hair and touch her neck a lot. I was pissed. And then Zena reaches over and tries to touch my hair, and I literally growled at her.
Yeah.
Did I try and bite her?
No.
I just growled at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't let her touch me. So a while goes by, and now this is the story of how Kitt became my girlfriend. I had a best friend named Gage, and he was absolutely head over heels for Kitt.
Surprise. I'm kidding!
So we decided, I mean, with my tricky self, I was like, let's pretend that we like each other. So that you can get away from Gage. So we did.
It ended up working a little too well.
And I was at my family's house, my Catholic family. Gage texted Kitt and was like, hey, I really like you. And she sends him this huge thing about why she likes me, and I was like, I send her this picture that's like,
it's so stupid!
It was such a stupid picture going around, and it was like,
elementary school thing.
Yeah, I was like, tell me what you feel about me, basically.
truth hour. I was like, here's my opportunity to tell her how I feel.
And so she leaped for it.
Yeah. And I fell on the face. Kidding!
She did tell me that she burped in it, though.
I did. I was like getting really scared of how that was so deep and serious. And I was like, oh, I just burped. Oops. Anyway, continuing. Oh, God.
So I then had to calm her down for like 5 days, telling her that I wasn't just using her.
Yeah, I thought she was one of those experimental lesbians, and then...
She thinks that I just hate her. I mean, she really thinks that I genuinely don't want anything to do with her.
Because I had a play that night, and we were supposed to hang out before the play, but then she told me that she didn't want to hang out, and that she had made other plans, and that she was going to... She was coming up with all these bullshit excuses.
I'll be redeemed, okay? Just...
She really was. Like, and I knew she was lying, so I thought maybe she didn't want to spend time with me. And she was like, no, I just gotta go make sure that our friends don't steal anything from the mall. And I was like, really? You hate hanging out with them when they steal stuff? She's like, but I promised them I would. And just all this really stupid stuff.
I promised them that I would stop them from stealing things, apparently. I was really just flustered about trying to make excuses to not see her.
And they were bad. They were really bad.
There was reasoning behind it.
Right. And then she shuffled everything around so that we could hang out, but then I felt bad because I thought I guilted her.
And so she didn't hang out with me. So she had her play, and I remember I got so pissed because no one knew about us, and we were sitting there, and she comes out in this skin-tight dress, and Gage is like, I want to hit that. And I wanted to punch him so hard. So hard. So we start to go home with our 2 friends that are not our friends. And we went to McDonald's, and
we went through the drive-thru, and we saw an employee who had just gotten off work, and we honked at him and yelled at him and waved him over, and then
I thought that he was going to beat the shit out of the guys in the car because they were being really mean.
Yeah, they were like, yo, bae.
So he comes over, and then I was like, take your top off! And
Take your shirt off!
He takes his shirt off and walks over to us, and I was like, can I touch your nipple? And he was like, yeah, and I literally just sat there with my finger on this man's nipple while he gives his number to us.
Yep. Brian. The good old days.
God, what was his name?
Brian.
Oh, his name was literally Brian?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember that. I didn't care.
Well, we, talked to him for, 5 minutes, and that was it.
So we went home, and it got midnight on May 4th. Exactly, midnight. I just left her in the kitchen, and I was like, bye. And I walked over into my room, and I came out with 18 roses that were your favorite color. They were orange and yellow. They had orange wrapping. And I had a huge bag of Skittles and a stuffed cow, because her favorite candy is Skittles, and she loves cows. So I got all of your favorite things. And I had this huge speech planned. I was so confident, and I was like, yeah. And I walked out, and I was like, hi.
And I was like, I think we both were a little bit speechless.
And I was like, I like you, and you should go out with me. And she was like,
how could I say no to that?
She was like, yeah. And we kind of just hugged.
I know, we didn't even kiss because we hadn't kissed yet.
But it turns out that that was not the first time that me and Kitt had met. I went to the play for my friend. And the first time, I went. There was this girl that went up there and had a mustache, and she had 4 lines.
Oh,
she was
God.
like, I am the... And she smeared so many donuts on her face, and I was like, I'm coming back. I'm coming back, and I'm coming for every single show. And I did. The very last night, I walked up to her, and I was like, hey, I think you're really cool, and I like that you shoved donuts on your face.
It made my life. I was like, wow, I feel famous. This pretty girl thinks I'm cool for shoving donuts in my face.
And I really just wanted to date you.
You must be so proud.
I am.
I almost ate my mustache a couple
I know, I paid really close attention to you. And it would fall off, and then you'd put it back on and be like, and smear chocolate across your eye. That's what I want in a wife. And now I have it.
Mm-hmm.